We're here at the all-new Falcon Shock facility right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. By bringing production in-house, we're able to design, manufacture, and hand-build every Falcon Shock. Every step of production is double-checked. There's so many redundancies and safeguards in place that, gosh, a quality product is just guaranteed. Yeah, it takes a little more time, but I'll tell you what, that final product speaks for itself. So, you've decided to go with the Falcon Shock. I commend your sophistication. Let me first say that every Falcon Shock is built with the same quality components. 2 1/4 inch hard anodized body is standard, along with the hard chrome induction hardened low porosity steel 3/4 inch shaft. Now the only question is which one of those buy it now buttons are you gonna hit?
Just know, every Falcon Shock is big and bad. Which one you need is really a question on how you use your Jeep.
Now just because the 2.1 monotube is priced right, that doesn't mean it won't surprise you.
The 2.1 will give your Jeep a nice, firm, stable highway ride, and the cornering will really surprise you. It even stops that crosswind sway. Nice and stable on the highway, but a firm and comfortable ride.
Okay, so what about the trail? I mean, it's a Jeep. We take them off-road, right?
You know, the 2.1 isn't just another shock that fits. It's trail tuned.
But the trail is where the 2.1 monotube will really shine. Soft enough for comfort, but it has the capacity to overcome those surprise washouts in the middle of the road. No more suspension bottoming with every little bump in the trail.
We also did a sport tune on the 2.1 monotube for the more aggressive driver.
True story. I've tried both the original and the sport tune on my Jeep. The sport tune's a little more firm on the road, but I really like the trade-off for that off-road performance.
What about a reservoir shock? The 3.1 Series Falcon has a great sport tune. And of course there are other advantages as well.
With all things being equal, the reservoir shock actually has a little bit more travel than the monotube because all the internals are moved out to the reservoir. The 3.1 Series Falcon is really tuned for the enthusiast that likes to hit the trail a little bit harder. It still has a good, stable, but firm highway ride.
So does tire size matter on which shock I choose?
Not really, but the larger tire crowd seems to use their Jeep off-road just a little bit more. And that 3.1 Series is a great economical option for moderate to even hard trail use. Okay, now it's my turn. What about the 3.2 Series? How does that adjustment differ from the 3.3 adjustable reservoir shock?
You know, I'm glad you asked that. The 3.2 Series, while adjustable, doesn't have that quick adjust feature like the 3.3. The adjustment is done with a simple turn of an 8-position adjuster with an Allen tool.
Really a great shock for even extreme trail use, just because of the way that adjustment's tucked up out of the way. So that brings us to the 3.3, full bells and whistles reservoir shock.
The 3.3 Series is a shock that's going to adapt to whatever your needs are, whether it be a soft highway or an extreme firm roll through the whoops, or a solid control through a boulder field. Customize your shock to you and your Jeep.
It only takes me like 30 seconds to scurry around my Jeep and adjust all the settings from soft to firm. We actually wanted to make an adjustable shock that was so easy to use that we'd actually use the adjustments.
At Falcon Shocks, we've taken time, effort, and expense to create a shock that will fit each of our individual needs.
The Wrangler reality is that we need our Jeeps to work well both on the road as well as off the road. At Falcon Shocks, we understand the Wrangler. Each one of us uses our Jeeps in different ways, from a commuter to a full-time off-road toy. Falcon Shocks has a shock that's tuned exactly for you.